You got to overcome your fear. You got to understand that obstacles are opportunities, and to reframe your mind and say, okay, I'm never going to get to a point in my life where obstacles don't come.
Yeah.
But when an obstacle comes, I'm going to reframe my mind, not see it as a barrier.
Adapting to the situation. Like, I always think of just like, I look at my 13-year-old self and I'm like, whoa, she was so adaptable. And maybe I'm still that person today, but like, I just don't necessarily like view myself as always adapting. But like, I think being able to adapt to each situation that comes your way and like rethinking through it all.
And I think you can learn that. In fact, I challenge myself with even mind exercises. Apart from faith and my previous, obstacles that I've overcome that I do like to remember, there's one thing that I also do is I actually look at an object and there's always 6 different ways almost in how you could do something. So for instance, like one of the mind exercises that I do is if you get that vase and you cut it from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, like diagonally.
Yeah.
And my challenge to the audience is, how do you put that vase, the top half without the bottom, that's crooked, how do you make it now straight? There's actually 6 or 7 different ways in how you can make it straight. From holding it to putting it back on, or to putting it on top of something else that's angled, to hang it from the roof. There's just different ways in how things can be accomplished.
Yeah.
And so the more and more you train your mind to look at it from different angles and not be disabled from feel like, I can't do this. Many people, I believe, Bethany, stop at 2 or 3 things. Well, maybe I could do this, and then, like, no.
Yeah.
Then I could do this. No. Then I could do this. Most people give up at 2 or 3.
Okay,
people
so we
like
gotta
you
give
and
it
me
a
who are tenacious, solid
effort of like at least 6 different
5 or 6 tries,
like,
and 5 or 6
before we're
different
like,
ways,
okay, maybe
5
we
or
should
6
go.
different angles. That's how. And then when you do that and you challenge yourself that way, I believe that's how your personality and your maturity is like, oh, don't worry, I've seen obstacles before.
Yeah.
And so that's what I feel like. That's when the people who have succeeded continue to excel. So when you can actually overcome an obstacle, see it as an opportunity, find success. That's why the rich get richer. That's why the successful people continue to get more successful. And that's why, though, the happier people get even more happy, because they've found what works for them in the smaller things. And when we can get through the smaller things, and you get the bigger things and the bigger things and the bigger things, and then eventually a lifestyle of overcoming obstacles.